Hi, it's Rachel here, and I'm here with, what day am I up to? 68, is it? 68 or 69? I can't remember. I think this is what I did yesterday. These little postcard journaling cards. I don't know if I had them finished or not. They've got old book page on the other side. So here. So I'd finish those off fairly quickly. Some have tabs, some don't. Really like the book page tabs. So that's those. I also made a couple of extras. I'll just grab those. So this one here. This is from Crafty Cat. Amy from Crafty Cat, those bits, and that's a Gayle. And then they're from books, and that's one of my labels there. And that's got straw paper. And then this is also from Crafty Cat, bit of old piece of fabric. Just a botanical and one of my labels. So I really like how those turned out. Now today what I'm going to do is, I'll just move these out of the way. I have started some. I'll show you those after, because you need to be able to figure out what I'm up to, because I like confusing you. So I'm sorry, also just quickly, possibly the video was out of focus yesterday. Bit blurry. I don't know. It seems all right through my screen. It seems all right. So if it's blurry today, I really don't know. Maybe I don't know what to do. Anyway, today I'm going to cut. I'm holding them together. If you're worried they're going to slip, then you can clip them. I'm going to cut them like that, and I'm going to flip it over and cut it on the other side. I'm going to make big book page tabs, but they're going to be hinged together, a bit like what Wendy does. I think that's probably the person that in my mind inspired me to hinge these, because I'm going to hinge them with fabric. I might prepare two. I've got so many. I mean, I keep gluing on this book, so obviously I keep accumulating so many folded over book pages. So I thought, what about big tag shaped flippy thingies? How about that? So I thought that's a good idea. I just did a little bit of printing, as you do, but I'll be using a mix of things. I've got my box over here, so I'll put that there. And I haven't brought in my napkins or anything, but if I need those, I'll just hop up and get them. Oh, I better not lean back too far. I've got my wet towel on my back. I'll get all wet. There we go. It's a bit hot today, so I've got my fan blowing. I don't know if you can hear that. I had to close my window because the people behind are making a whole lot of noise. So, yes. Now, what am I doing? I don't know. I don't need those. Now, I had some. Oh, no, I didn't have anything. Okay, let's get on to the job at hand, instead of flapping about. So this is the front, and this is the front of this one. Am I on screen? Yes, I'm on screen. I think I'm in focus. I do think so. So I'm going to collage on the front and back before I hinge them. Then I'm going to hinge them, and then I'll decorate the inside. That's how I've sort of thought about it. So I'm just going to grab what I can and tear collaging, messy tearing, and I'm just going to stick things down and wing it as usual. Chuck it all on the floor. The floor's all nice and clean. I've cleaned it up even after doing my sample ones, which aren't finished. I'll finish those if we have time. Depends how long it takes. It could take a long time to do. Maybe I should only do one. Don't know. Really don't know. If I'm decisive, it doesn't take that long, but it depends. That just all depends. Okay, so tear that. Look at that terrible tearing there. So this is just a printed out old letter. I can't remember. I don't think it's one of mine. I can't remember if I got it from the New York Public Library, or looks like it's in English, so it's not mine. It's from New York Public Library, and I might put that down there or up there and then trim it off. trim off the excess. I think I like it down there, so I'm going to work on 2 at the same time. I think they may sort of coordinate with one another, because that's what happens when you sometimes work on 2 at once, but doesn't matter. Put that down there. I think that's what I decided. Oh, well, it's too late now, it's glued down. Okay, and I've got a bit of my printable here. I'm just using scraps at the moment. I haven't brought my scrap basket over, it's just here to my left. So Lulu went to her dance last night. She had a really good time. They jumped up and down and danced a bit, but they did ask, I did go and get them at about 11. They asked to be picked up, and she thoroughly enjoyed it. And now this evening there's yet another. It's the school party. That's all of the years go. So the first, second, and third year middle schools all go to this one. And the parents, so we'll all be heading off to that. But they've gone, Lulu and her dad have gone to the beach to play, just sort of throw a ball around and get a bit of sun, and have a quick swim. Although she doesn't want to wet her hair because it looks nice after the hairdressers. And yes, so that is it. Nothing too exciting. The girls stayed the night. They went home at about 12:30, so it was kind of hard to get some work done this morning. I got a little bit, but not. I needed to get a bit more done. I'm a little bit behind as usual. Nothing ever changes. Don't seem to go anywhere very fast. So yes, I did mention about that kit yesterday. Seems to be quite a bit of interest, which is very nice. So yes, I'm just trying to figure out the logistics, like not the logistics, that's the wrong word. I'm just trying to figure out, yes, I did make a PDF file already, but I'm actually thinking some of the pages don't need to be in a PDF file, because you actually just print them, you know, fit to page, and they actually are better that way. So I'm thinking I might adjust my PDF file to just grabbing an old piece of book page here. I might adjust the file to being just the elements, which are harder to get down to the right size. Even some of the sort of taggy journaling card thingies that I made for Fiona's, they're actually come out a better size, I think, if you print 4 to a page. So I'm thinking those may not even go in the PDF either. So yes, I've got a few things to figure out before I offer it, probably, and I've got quite a few orders to work on. So I'm way behind with those, and so I wanted to do that maybe a bit this afternoon and tomorrow, but I will maybe when I first get up in the morning. I might have a look at that. And I'm pretty sure everything I downloaded was or is public domain, but I also wanted to go, it will take me forever because of course I don't know what pages they were on, where, you know, I've got to find them again. But I just wanted to double check that before I offered them. I'm pretty sure they were all okay, because I don't normally download, but then I get clicky and I might go fast. So I just want to double check. That's all. So and then it'll probably be ready by, I would think, Monday or Tuesday. And then I might print out a set. And and the other thing, oh yes, it might take me a while, because the other thing I have to do is I wanted to, here's some pieces of writing. I wanted to also, like that there, do the video. So, you know, even though you know how to make the folder, because we did it the other day, I wanted to show you, you know, if you want to make it the same, then I need to show you how I used each element. So that was the whole point of it. So I thought that would be an extra bonus with a kit, because you don't normally get kits like that, you know, with a project in mind. And obviously all of those papers can be used for anything else. There'll be more than what you need in there, because you won't use all of them. So that's done. Now I need to do the reverse side. I'm flipping it over. I'm going to grab a bit more of this old book here. And I am going to put a bit of that there, but I've run out. I've used up all those other papers, so I'll just move on to something else, as you do. So I'm just going to tear this up here, and it's too wide, so I might tear it down here, like so. Don't know if I need to keep that bit, but I will just for a little bit. And I think I'll tear it down there. Okay, and then, yes, I'll glue that there, and then I'll figure out the rest afterwards. Try not to get too much glue on the corner bits because it makes my scissors all sticky. It's a pretty busy weekend. Lulu's got to, my goodness, does she have to prepare for those exams. So tomorrow she's going to have to work hard and get up in the morning. No relaxing. I'm sick of seeing the relaxation happening. It's too much relaxation. I don't know what she's so relaxed about. There's nothing to be relaxed about. There's exams. Final middle school exams, not any exams. So tomorrow, she doesn't know it yet. I'm sure she can figure it out. She's getting up and she's not... I'm going to take her telephone away from her because she just sits and watches YouTube videos and things like that. And not mine, I might add. Doesn't watch my videos. So, yes. So I think, yes, the little Lulu monster will be getting up tomorrow and working. She won't be happy with me. I'll get growled at. I will get growled at, but I don't care. She'll thank me in the end when she's happy with her marks. And Monday I'm very thankful she's going to her granny's. And she's going to work really hard on all of those subjects. So that'll be good. That's one less worry. And, yeah. And then tomorrow night, she's going off to a birthday party. So, I mean, little Miss Social Butterfly, for heaven's sake. I said to my husband one day, when we're sitting there by ourselves, because she'd gone off with her friends somewhere eating, and I was like, we might need to get a dog. We're going to be very lonely soon because she's going to abandon us. We might need to get a dog when she goes. And Lulu didn't like that because she wants a dog so badly, but I really don't want to have to look after a dog as well. It's too much. I've got too much to do. I can't be running around after a dog, peeing and pooping everywhere. It's just not my thing. Besides the fact that I can't cope with that sort of stuff, it kind of makes me want to, just move that out of the way. Now, I need to find some other papers. Oh, that's interesting. Where did that come? That's come out of a book. That has come out of a book that I've altered. Isn't that fun? Someone will get that. It's just in all the papers there. Now, what do I have here? I've got some... Oh, my collage sheets. Why don't we get some of those out? Embroideries. Aren't they pretty? They're all so pretty. That could look really nice. A piece of this would look really nice on that one, I think. This is on cardstock. Now, what I'm working on are just one book page folded in half. So obviously, one of the reasons I decided that I wanted to collage, I do really like that, but I want it a bit smaller, I think. I decided to collage the front and back first. I nearly threw that bit out, might need it, is because it will strengthen them a bit as well. And they will be quite strong because there's going to be stuff happening inside as well. You'll see, you're probably saying, oh, goodness gracious me, what's she doing? It's just one of those projects. I'm not revealing it until I've gone on further. You just get collaging with me, you'll see, trust me. Okay, and how's the front of this one? I can't remember. It's very plain, so I can really have anything that I want. I might continue on with this one. I told you I'd end up making them coordinate. Because I quite like that edge there, although I'll just tear it and see. If I get a bit of it, I get a bit of it. Because I didn't really want to, everything's torn. I didn't really want to cut it with the scissors, because then you've got all the torn edges and one little area that's been cut. So I'll put that there. Even though it's white, it doesn't matter. There's going to be stuff going over the top. Here you go. Here's another one. Another one. I mean, seriously, I keep doing all these projects with these book pages. I mean, and they still keep on growing. I've got a whole pile of them. I guess they will never ever be all gone. They never will, because I'm gluing on them. So unless I decide to start gluing on the Daphne's Diary, I will eventually. But I've got lots of those to think about as well and do something with. Could even do this project. Cover them with the book pages. There you go. Kill two birds with one stone. I'm not going to keep that. That's boring. Doesn't really have a lot of texture about it or anything like that. So that's all done. I'll just go over it with my trusty Roberta card. Okay, now flip it back over. That's the front of that one. That's the front of that one. I don't need these pieces. And now we get the fun part, is decorating them. So, get this box over here. I do have my, the only box I brought in today from my hallway just over there is the one with the books, with the books that I'm kind of enjoying tearing up lately. Just because I don't need that. Just because I get really crowded, and you may notice I sort of stumble. Oh, isn't that pretty? That's going to go there. I get really crowded, and so then I stumble about and get flustered, and all kinds of things happen. So I think I'm going to leave everything out in the hallway, and if I need it, you'll just have to put up with me. I'll have to go and get it, but I don't think I will. I think I'm pretty set at the moment with looking at all these things. I think on the other one I might put something. I won't use these. I think I'm just flipping through for the sake of it. I'm going to use that one there. And then on the other one on the front, I'm just going to move those. I might come back to those. I'm going to put a flower. I think I'm going to put a flower. What do I have here? Anything in there that's of any use? No, that's too plain. A flower, or if I have a bird the right size, that could also be quite a nice option. That's a little flower. There's little flowers out of books. Those are all out of books. These are Mrs. Cog. That's just a public domain. Don't know where that came from. Could be Mrs. Cog. I can't remember. Quite like that. I'll just put that there for the sake of putting it there. There's a big one. I just moved my glue. I'm about to knock it. Put those there. No, not that one. It's too small. So as I'm going through, I'm tidying them up as well, because they're sort of, I don't want that one. I don't want any of these actually. Put those in there. Just sort of sorting them out a little bit, because they've gotten into a mess. Is that bigger? No, it's the same. Okay. That one I still haven't cut all those white bits out of. No, they're all going in the wrong direction. Oh, I do like that. Oh, this one I like. This one, I did something like this on the other one. I do like that one. I might keep it out. Might do it again. Do two the same. I also like that a lot. So lots of these things have been printed out for quite a while, and I haven't used them, so it'd be good to use them. Then I can go and print more. I like printing, as you know. I feel like I'm doing something, getting somewhere. Oh, we haven't used any mushrooms for a while, but I don't think I'll use those. Oh, what about an owl? Oh, some cockatoos. No, galahs. Are they galahs? I think they're galahs, those ones. Or no, I think they might be pink cockatoos. because galahs are usually grey and pink. Does anybody know? Does anybody know? Anyway, love both of them. Don't have a song about galahs or cockatoos. Anybody got a song about them? Okay, oh, didn't see those. I forgot about those things. They're in the bottom. Mushroom. I need to print. Oh, I have no. Oh, I know where the mushrooms are. I've got them there ready to cut out, and I haven't cut them out. Anyway, this will go here, but then of course I need to decorate the back as well. So we'll have to decide on that too. So that's going to go there. It's going to get a little bit. It's going to get stitched around first. That's what's going to happen. Oh, I'm bending my samples. Put those over there. Okay, so I'll get my machine. Hopefully I'm recording. Let me check. Yes. I mean, from my angle, I appear to be in focus. I've just tapped it. You can see it's shaking. I'll just tap it every so often to make sure it's focused. Oh, I'm not using another one, so I don't need to feed anything else in there for the moment. Okay, put that back over there. That's going to glue down. I don't think it's going to have anything underneath it, so I'm just going to get gluing. So we don't want to waste any time. We're already at 20 minutes. Okay, so that's going to be glued there. It appears to be straight to me. Whether it is or not, I don't know. And then I'm going to put, what am I going to put? No, I'm going to put, I had a piece of lace somewhere. Where's it gone? I need that afterwards. I've lost my piece of lace that I had. I had another bit of it. Well, what about this piece? Might put that there. Oh, got to put it here, not on the lace. Glue that down. And then just up there I need to put a little bit of something. And do I have any straw paper? I think I like a little piece of, need it to be bigger than that. Or yeah, a little bit of straw paper I think is best. Here we go. Just take off that straight edge. Okay, so that to me is done. No, you know what's coming? Maybe a mini label. That's for you, Sherry. I know you love my labels. Okay, yep, green label. What's going on? See, I didn't even procrastinate. Decided straight away because I was sure about it. I'm going to put it there, like so. So whoever receives this, you can write the date in there or the place or whatever. I really like that. I'm happy with that. Okay, and then over here, let's figure out this and then we'll flip them over and decorate the other side. So I don't think the galah cockatoo thingies. I quite like the owl, but I wish I had a bigger owl printed. Although he could go, or she could go there, and then I could have, you know what, up there, or a doily or a label. Or I can have flowers. And I've already done that one on my other one, so I don't think I'll do that one again. Oh, and I also liked this one. I did also like that one. So I'm going to open my thing. I know you can't see. You'll just have to bear with me because maybe I'll slide it. I'll slide it all over so that way you can see. Because sharing is caring. And I'm going over here and I want something. The only thing is that blue is not right with that. The blue is not right with that. So I'm not going to stick this down. I just want to cover it up. See, I would like that more without the blue. The blue is bothering me. Let me just see what happens with the owl. The blue is still bothering me. And let me see what happens with the pink. The blue is better with the pink. But I really have now got my mind set on the bird, so I need to cover up the blue. And what am I going to cover it up with? That's the next question. So here I have printed some of my antique letters, which I have not published yet. You're going to have to be patient with me, guys. Just don't seem to get things done very quickly at all. Well, I try, but there's just, you know, lots of stuff to be done. So this is in a similar colouring. This could be good. This is Screech Owl Studio. I think it's called Fancy Floral Papers or something, the kit. I don't know what kit of hers this one is. I was going to use these more inside because they're plain. I hope you can see me flipping through here. I printed out, and I've got Gayle's. I finally printed out Gayle's beautiful laces. And so I thought I might use some of hers. And possibly, not those. It's a bit big. Maybe a little piece of one of hers would be good in there. Put that over there. Like a piece of this one. Or that one. And I also printed up mine because I'm getting low on those. I'm just going to tear a little bit of this. As Gayle says, the joy of having a printable is that you can always print it out again. So there's never too much of a worry if you you can just use it very freely. See, done. That's it. Look at that. Oh, lovely. Instant texture without having any bulk. Whoops. Oh dear. Got glue on there. It'll dry. I love that. See, I got rid of the blue. The blue was not working with my colours in my head. The colours in my head were not wanting it. See, I love that now. Look at that. Gorgeous. Okay, if I do say so myself. So I haven't answered any of my comments today. I just hit the ground running because the girls were sleeping in the living room, so that way they could watch the TV if they wanted to. And we have some blow-up mattresses, and Lily slept on the couch. And so I couldn't go in there. I normally go in and answer all my comments, but I just started working straight away when I got up this morning. So I haven't answered any comments. I'm sorry, it's going to take me hours to answer them because I will have accumulated so many once I put up this video as well. So and then normally sometimes I try to catch up a bit while I'm watching TV at night. Well, I won't be able to do that either. So who knows? I may just, for some that sort of I don't feel require an answer sort of thing, I might just put let you know that I've read it, because I will read them all. I actually have kind of read some of them. I might just, heart it, and yeah, I might do something like that. Oh, I love that. See, that lace to me really did it. Really did it. I'm sure most of you, I think the majority of you know Gayle. Okay, so that's gorgeous. I might, if I remember, link her kit below, but I'm sure those who purchase digitals already have them. And then on this side, what am I going to do? Well, I might continue on put a little bit of a doily, because Gayle's lace, just to continue on the theme, so that they kind of, the front and back kind of relate to each other. So I'm just very badly tearing the one next to it. You might wonder why would I buy Gayle's when I've got my own? Well, why wouldn't I? Because I don't have these laces, and And you can only add to your collection and have more to play with, really. And I've used mine a lot. You know, I like to have something else to play with. And the reality of it is, like, yes, I have a whole huge drawer of antique laces and things that I could scan, but I don't have time to you sort of do that, or, you know, be scanning endlessly. And I like to, you know, sort of offer some different things. So that's that. So I need to do something else here. I've got the birdie on the front, don't I? So I could have, I'm just looking really, I don't know. I don't really have an idea what I want to put on the front. I probably don't want to put that. I could put that there, quite like that. It is covering up the embroidery, which I don't mind. Let me just have a quick squiz here and see what else there is. I could put something smaller. Help if I brought them over closer. So I'm just trying to remind myself I've got the bird on the front. Bird on the front. So some of these I just fly by because they're not going in the right direction. Oh, I like that. It's covering up totally the embroidery. Well, actually now I feel like the embroidery doesn't really work with it so much because the colours are more sort of, what's the word? They're more neutral. That's it, that's the word, neutral. So I'm going to cover up the embroidery. How about that? With this. Way to change your mind, Rachel. And here I'm saying I've got to be quick. Well, there's nothing quick about changing your mind when you've stuck something down. Smaller. And I'm not worried about these strips. I use these in my collaging, so they don't worry me. Yeah, I like that more. Sorry guys, I like it more. Covering it up. So I might have to have a part 2. If this takes too long with all this chopping and changing. So I don't need those. I'll just select the bits I'm going to keep. I don't need that bit either. Okay, and then I have to just decide what to put. I think I'm going to put this one there. Okay, so I'll just quickly stitch around that. I won't bring it on screen. Okay, so that's that. I'll quickly glue that down. Quickly, Rachel, quickly. Oh, I need to get rid of that. There's nothing quick about it. Okay, get rid of you. So you could stitch it directly onto your tag. You will have the lumpy bumpy stitching on the other side, even though we're going to collage on the other side. So I was thinking inside would be maybe for writing, and also you could attach a pocket as well. Could be cool. There's so many possibilities. So that, I think that's really pretty. I may collage, you know, put a little piece there and a little piece there like on the other one, but we won't do that now because, oh, I love it. We won't do that now because I want to get on with this one. I still haven't done the back of that one. Now that one's got a bit more colour, so we've got that at the front, so I wouldn't even mind something like that on the back because we've got all these colours. And yes, see, this one's gone much faster. I'm just going to stick that down. That's done because I like it. and I'm not covering up the embroidery because it goes well with the colours. You see, put that down there. The only other thing I'm thinking is I could put a stamp if I wanted to. Just let me have a quick look. I'm not going to put a label. I'm not even going to do anything up there because I like that. I just want to have a quick little looky and see if I might like a stamp. Not that one. Yes, I think I'll just stick the stamp there. Stick it down. Okay, I'll use my little card here. Now we're ready to do the hingy bit. Okay, let's get these things all out of the way because that's not what we're using right now. Put all of those over there. I need a bit of space here because I will need to bring in my sewing machine. Okay, now we're moving right along. Okay, so I've got my bag here. Now some of these are linen, some of them are cotton. They're just leftover bits from embroidered sort of not tray cloths, those square tablecloths. So basically I just tore it in half. It's not very wide. It's probably 2.5 centimeters, about an inch. I don't need it to be too wide, and I'm just going to measure it like that, and I'm going to cut it about there. And then that piece that's left over I will just keep for when I'm doing my collaging. So that's that one. Now I could try and tear this piece off. Maybe I can get this piece off, and then I would have my other piece. So you don't throw away these things because you can use them. See, look at that. I don't want all these long bits, especially when I'm gluing and things. They just get in the way. They really irritate me. So that's that, and now I need to just measure that one in the same manner. That one's really good because it's torn on both sides. I'm not doing a very good job measuring here. Just a second. Oh, that's the back, so I've got to be careful of that. I better flip it back over. Right, yes, because now we need to be careful where we're going to take. Now I am going to put a tiny bit of glue along the edge just to hold it a little bit, just along the edge here, like so, just because I want to hold it in place while I sew it. So basically I'm going to put that down there. Hopefully it's straightish. Now this, I know definitely Wendy did this. I think I watched her video. It was quite a long time ago, wasn't it, Wendy, if you're watching? So then I'm going to flip it over, and so I know I need to put my glue along that side and not along that side. So I just run a little bit of glue there as well. I'm just holding it, as I said, in place. And what I'm going to do is, oh, don't need that there. I'm going to, where did I put my glue there? I can even use my mat, which I never thought of before because I'm a ding-dong, but I can use my mat to put it down fairly straight. Well, that's the thought anyway. Now you'll notice I'm leaving some space there too, because you want it to be able to fold easily. And also I've got that little fluffy bit there, we don't need that, but you can put holes. You could stitch this into your signature. Now is it straight or did it move? No, I don't think it moved. That's good. Okay, so that's going to be like that. So I'm just going to let it dry a second while I glue the other one, and then we're going to stitch them. I can't remember what, I haven't watched Wendy's video for a long time. I can't remember what, whether they were Project Life cards that had been collaged or, and anyway, many people have done them. I'm sure I've seen heaps of videos, and I really do like the idea. It's the same way that you hinge pages. If you're like, you've got a big formatted book that you've altered, and you need to hinge pages because you can't print them out big enough, like it's bigger than the A4 folded over. This is how you hinge the pages, but I normally do it with, not with fabric. I mean, you can do it with fabric, but I normally do it with paper. It's the same concept, and I sort of have it coming over a bit further. So I kind of glue the paper a little bit, and then I stitch around like that. But in this case, I'm just going to stitch down there. But then I need to stitch around there as well. Okay, so this I'm just crapping on, like, you know. So that's like that. So I need to glue this edge here, and that's going to hold it in place. Oh, why don't I try and do a good job instead of a messy job? And I don't really have like a rule or anything as to how much. I think I would like to get my whole thing in there and be able to make a hole. You don't really need to though, because the needle will go through that. It's very thin fabric. It's only cotton or a thin sort of linen. Doesn't matter. I've glued more on that side than the other side. It doesn't matter. Okay, so I'll get those out of the way. And now I can reveal the other ones that I started. So these are ready to stitch as well. And they need to be decorated inside. And there's this one as well. So let's bring the sewing machine over. And I am going to use zigzag, and I've got my ecru. I'm not going to start there, I'm going to start over here. My ecru coloured thread. And I'm just going to zigzag all the way around. And you can put a little tab on the top or whatever you like. And I think actually, do you know what we're going to do? I'm going to finish these tomorrow. I'll tell you why, because there are, I think that's actually too long. I'm going to trim that off. There are many options as to what you can do inside. Maybe I should, you know, I would have more time to be able to show more options. So I think maybe this is going to be a two-part video, and the second part will be tomorrow. I hope you don't mind. Because I think we're probably getting near an hour. Okay, and I'm going to grab my next one. Oh, I heard a noise. It's outside. A bit of a scaredy cat. Where I can, I will feed in my next one. So yes, one thing I'm noticing about doing this is you don't want it, maybe try and send it a bit more than I did. You don't want it too much on, like I had so much on that side. You don't want too much. But how cool is this? I certainly didn't invent it, but it's a really great idea. I've been wanting to hinge. I just was, you know, I just picked up these things and thought, I got so many, what am I going to do with these today? And I thought, big tag and join them together. Okay. Okay. So someone asked me if I could provide a link for a place where you can buy the Giotto glue. Now I don't have a link for it because I buy mine from the shop, but a lady told me that you can get it at Ken Bromley, Bromley Art Supplies. So type that into the internet, Google, and I'm sure a link will come up. And I know some people have gone and bought it there. I haven't gone to have a look because, well, I don't need to, do I? I can buy them at the shop here. It's Italian. But I find it's a very good glue, although I'm not an expert. I really am not. So that one's done. That's done. Let's do these ones now, the ones that I did with you guys. So I did test this little project out for, it's just wonderful. I can't, you know what, oh, I just had a flash. Do you know what it reminds me of? They remind me of Amity Bloom's, what did she call them, tag journals. Oh, hadn't thought of those. That's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of Wendy and Amity. Okay, well, I might feed in the next one. See how we go. Trim that up. I've got things behind there so it gets caught. I need to trim it, take it off, and then I can stitch the next side. If you want to streamline, if you want to streamline your process, make sure it's focused. If you want to streamline your process, I highly recommend working on more than one at a time. Same with sewing. You always you should streamline your process by doing, sort of more than one at once, if you know what I mean. Like if you're cutting fabrics, you would pull out all your fabrics and cut them all. It's like, you know, when I'm altering books, I'll empty them all. Then I'll choose what image I want to use on the front. Then I'll go and spray the images so they're protected. And then, you know, like I'll do more than one at once. Because you actually go faster than if you just do one and then one and then one and then one. I very rarely do one of anything. Okay. Okay, so they are stitched and I'm liking these. I'll put my needle up first of all and put my machine back onto straight stitch, otherwise I might forget. And we are up to, yes, I think that's enough for one day. So I'll just recap what I've done. Is this one like so, inside is like this, and nothing's happening inside yet till tomorrow. So that's what you've got to look forward to. There's that one, just love it. And the inside has nothing. And then this one I did not do on camera. This was my test. Love that. Oh, I sewed that one round the opposite way. That was going to be my front. Doesn't matter, it's my back now. It doesn't really matter, like if this were stitched into a journal, you wouldn't even know what was the front and what was the back. And then there's this one here, and it's like that. There we go. And so they will be completed tomorrow. So thank you for watching. I hope everybody is well and you have a great Saturday, and see you soon. Bye.